Whisper at Dealey Plaza, a Dallas ghost story with the Radventurers. This story was made specifically for the Electrify Expo 2025. Welcome to Ride This Story with the Radventurers, where every journey is powered by curiosity, charged by adventure, and told through the trails we ride. My name is Arius, storyteller, explorer, and your guide through Colorado's wild roads, forgotten legends, and electric experiences that make every mile unforgettable. From haunted canyons and hidden ghost towns to the solar-powered nomads chasing the horizon, we don't just ride for the view, we ride the story. So plug in, power up. This is Ride the Story with the Radventurers. They say that every city has its ghosts, but Dallas remembers. It remembers the heat of the engines, the crack of gunfire, the silence that followed, and how the world never really left that moment. I didn't come here chasing ghost stories. I came here chasing the story. That's what I do. I ride, I listen, I find the places where the world whispers. So when I rolled into Dallas for the Electrify Expo, and my hotel just happened to be 2 blocks away from Dealey Plaza, I figured, why not see where history took its last breath? It was late. The Texas sky looked like burned velvet, and the streets were still warm from the day's heat. I took my rad power bike out for a quick night ride. The plaza was quiet. The traffic lights, they were swaying like pendulums in the wind. If you've never been there, the grassy knoll is actually smaller than you'd think. Just a little slope of earth beside a street where time got stuck. I parked near the old wooden fence, set my phone to record, and said, "Standing here on the grassy knoll, 60 years later, just me, my bike, and history." When I played that clip back, though, there was another voice right under mine. A low whisper. A very low whisper. It said,
"Don't move the umbrella."
I laughed at first. Wind, right? Wind noise? Maybe a podcast playing nearby? I don't know. But then I realized it said it right when I stopped speaking. And when I replayed the video again, the whisper changed. Same tone, same voice, different words this time.
"He's still watching."
I turned around, nobody there. Just the wind cutting across the plaza, and a dark figure standing at the far end near the pergola, holding an umbrella. At night, no rain. No rain at all. And by the time I blinked, he was gone. Back at my hotel, I zoomed in on the video frame, and there it was. A man in a suit. His hat was tilted down, umbrella in hand, looking straight at me. But the timestamp, it said 12:03 a.m. But my phone said 11:59, 4 minutes missing. I didn't know what to think. I tried to call it a glitch, until my phone buzzed with a text. No contact name, no number, just,
"You saw him, didn't you?"
When I tried to screenshot the message, it disappeared, and a new file appeared in my photo gallery, a video I hadn't filmed. The video showed me standing on the knoll, camera raised, but filmed from behind. A perfect angle, as if someone was right there with me. And the whisper again.
Don't move the umbrella.
I was a little freaked out. I looked around, and this time, the umbrella was right next to my hotel bed. I hadn't even brought one. I don't know how it got there, but it was there, leaning against the wall, dripping rainwater onto the carpet. Rain that wasn't even there. I went to touch it. As soon as I reached for it, the lights flickered. Suddenly, the sound in the room flattened, like, I don't know, I was underwater. I don't know how else to describe it, but when the lights came back, I wasn't in my room anymore. I was back in the plaza. But it wasn't nighttime. It was 1963. The sky looked different. The air heavy and sepia-toned, like an old film. People lined the streets, waving flags, children on shoulders, reporters setting up tripods, and then the sound of a motorcade. A black car turned the corner. A hand waved from inside, and just as it passed me, 3 cracks of thunder, metallic and final. Pow! Screams, chaos, people dropping to the ground, and in the middle of it, the man with the umbrella, smiling. He raised his umbrella slightly, looked right at me, and whispered,
Now you're part of it.
I ran as fast as I could, down the street, around the corner, through the crowd. But every turn brought me right back to the knoll, the motorcade, the screams, the umbrella. Each time, I'd try something different. Yell, hide, run, push over an old lady, push over a young lady. It didn't matter. Time just folded. And the more I ran, the more film static filled the air. Like reality itself was grainy. Grains of sand just in the air. Then I noticed something worse. The faces of the crowd. They weren't moving right. They'd twitch, rewind, and twitch again. Like broken reels. And each time, the umbrella man got closer. I didn't know how long it lasted. Minutes, hours, decades. But eventually, I realized the only way to break the loop was to do what was said. So I picked up the umbrella, and instantly the noise stopped. The air went still. Everyone in the plaza froze mid-scream. Then, in one voice, tens of thousands of mouths spoke at once in perfect unison. We remember you. And in that moment, I saw myself, not on my bike, not on my clothes, but in his suit, holding the umbrella, watching the motorcade pass. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my hotel bed, drenched. The umbrella was still leaning against the wall, but now it wasn't dripping. It was bleeding. A single black drop hit the carpet, and when I looked closer, the black drop turned into film. I examined the film a little closer, and as I squinted my eyes to see the tiny, tiny film pictures began to appear, printed with the same image. Me, standing on the knoll, holding the umbrella. I didn't know what else to think. Didn't know what else to do. I ran, and I kept running. The next morning, the expo floor was buzzing. Electric bikes everywhere. Music, neon lights, influencers, tech reps, so many. I rolled up to my booth and saw something strange. Next to my setup, someone had added a small pop-up tent. No banners, no branding. Just an umbrella leaning against the wall. And a screen looping old footage of Dealey Plaza. The sign at the booth read, "Ride the story. Tell the tale. Don't move the umbrella." The staff assumed it was part of my display, so I just didn't say a word. But later that afternoon, a crowd gathered at my booth. People laughing, filming, pointing at the footage running on the monitor. It was showing them. Every person who walked past in real time from an angle that didn't even exist. Someone asked, "Who's filming this?" I looked closer at the screen and I saw myself standing behind them, smiling into the lens, whispering,
"Don't move